Today we are going to discuss about a new feature in Salesforce called as record type. Already everybody is aware of how to create the object and how to create the field and creating the record, performing the manipulations on the record, customizing the page layout and tracking the field history, making the field dependent on another, nothing but the field dependency. All these things we have discussed. Now today we are going to discuss about a feature called as record type. What do you mean by this record type? When coming to our Salesforce account, we are creating so many records. Let's assume that we have an account object. In this object, we are creating either one or more records. We are creating one or more number of records in that object. So now whenever you are creating multiple records, all the records will be having the same format. Because we are creating the records in the same object itself so that all the records will be having the same format. Okay. So now, but the values may be different for each and every record, but the field and the structure and the look and feel, everything will be same. Suppose for example, let's open our account object. Let's open our account object. In this account object, we have so many records are available, like Athena home product. When you open that Athena home product, you will be having a look and feel where it is going to be describing the record value. Nothing but you will be having the account information section where you will be having so many fields are available here, and then you will be having the address information section where you will be having so many fields are there, and then we have additional information section where you have some set of fields, and description information section where we have some set of fields. So now, when coming to this account record, it is having so many sections. In each and every section, we have some fields, and for every field, we have assigned some new value also. So now, whenever you are creating some record, whatever the mandatory fields are there, for those mandatory fields, we are passing the value for those records in order to create a new record in that. Let's assume that I am opening one more record, that is Delphi Chemical. For this Delphi Chemicals also, we have the same account information section and the same set of fields are available here also. Address information section is there, additional information section is there, description information section is there. So whatever the section that we have identified in the previous record, the same sections and the same fields are available, but the values are different. Previous record is for the Athena home products and this new record is a Delphi Chemicals record. Nothing but we have created multiple account records where all the records will be having the different set of values, but the look and feel and the fields and the structure of that object and the sections in that record, everything will be getting same. Nothing but the look and feel is same. Nothing but whatever the sections available in all those records, all the sections will be same. Whatever the fields available in each and every section, this will be same for all the records. And then whatever the background colors and the foreground colors that we have, that will be same for all the records available in that object. But now I want to create some account records with some different structure. Nothing but I want to create some different records with the different types. Okay, like different types of records I want to create in account object itself. Nothing but the object is same, records are different. Now every record should have a different look and feel, every record should have the different set of sections, every record should have the different set of fields, every record should have the different checklist values also. So now whenever if you want to create the different record types in an object, then we have to use a feature called as a record type provided by the Salesforce. So now when coming to the record type, observe this one. What do you mean by a record type? Now we will see. When coming to the record types are used to automate the business processes. Record types are used to automate the business processes. So now when coming to the record type, what do you mean by a record type? When coming to the record type is used to provide a different page layout. Okay, the different page layout you want to display. See, I will give you a sample example here, the real example we will see. Let's take the ICICI Bank application. Everybody is able to access the ICICI Bank because so many people are using the services provided by the ICICI Bank. So now this is the ICICI Bank website that we have. This is the ICICI Bank website. Now when coming to this website, you will be having so many options are available. See. So now when coming to the ICICI Bank, so many customers are available. Those customers may be having their own type of account. Like as an individual person, I am having some person savings account, and the employees will be having the salary account. The corporate or the business people will be having the corporate account like that. So now for each and every account type, they have a different process is there. Suppose for example, if you want to create a savings account as an individual person, then we have to submit some set of documents. Along with that, we have to pay some initial amount also in order to create that account. Like for the ICICI Bank minimum, we have to maintain some 10,000 or 15,000 as the balance. If it is a salary account, then only the ID proof and the address proof is enough. And along with that, we have to provide a photograph and then no need to pay any amount. Because your salary account will be zero balance account, so that no need to maintain any minimum balance in that account. If it is a corporate account, then we have to provide a set of documents which may be related to the account holder and which may be related to some company related document, nothing but on which business purpose we are opening this corporate account, and the business purpose related document and the corporate document. And then along with that, you have to maintain some minimum balance also, like as it may be 1 lakh, it may be 2 lakhs also. Nothing but in all these scenarios, what we are doing, we are going to be creating some account. It may be savings account, it may be salary account, it may be corporate account. In future, we may get some different types of accounts also. For that, a different process is there. So that whenever if you want to create an account, then we have some different processes are available. Different set of steps are available which we need to follow while creating a new account. So that if you want to automate this kind of processes, okay, if you want to automate this kind of processes, we are going to be using this record types. So for that here, all are accounts only, nothing but as an individual person, I am creating a savings account. And as an employee, I am creating my salary account. As a corporate person, I am creating a corporate account. All are accounts only. All these will be storing into the same object only. But every record will be having some different set of fields are there. The different features are available. As an individual person, I will be having some limited feature. For the corporate account, we will be having some different set of features. Like we will see. Suppose for example here. Now when coming to this ICICI Bank application, I want to log into that ICICI Bank application in order to perform some online banking transactions. Now as an ICICI Bank customer, myself may be a savings account holder, it may be the salary account holder, it may be the corporate account holder also. Everybody can able to perform the transaction through the online banking itself. So that here ICICI Bank is providing this online facility to you, so that no need to visit the bank, you can able to perform the transaction by sitting in your home or by using any of the device itself. So that here I am using that online banking facility. So initially we have to log in into that. So now here to log in into that account, you will be having a login option is available here. Click on that login option. It is providing so many types of accounts to you, like as person, NRI and youngsters account, corporate account, money to India, B2 digital banking. Like that, there are so many options it is showing here. Now let's observe this one. As an individual person, I want to log in into my account. So now for that here I am going to be selecting personal. So now click on that personal. Now it is going to be providing the login screen where we have to provide your credentials or the identity. So now here this is the user interface provided by the ICICI Bank to you in order to log in into your internet banking. So now Here you will be having a look and feel is available. Like you will be having the look and feel here. Now this is the login screen it has provided to you, where you have to provide the user ID, you have to provide the password, we have to provide the start in. And along with that, here when coming to this banking, they have provided some options also to you. Whenever if you want to get your user ID or if you want to reset your password or whenever you are facing any problems while logging into that online banking, then we can able to raise some requests or we can able to raise some queries also. So for that, they have given some options to you like as may I help you. Nothing but this is a help information for you in order to get some clarification from the ICICI Bank people. So now observe this one here. Whenever you are trying to be logging into your savings account or it may be a salary account, it is providing this graphical user interface to you. Nothing but this is a user interface it is providing to you. Now in this user interface, you will be having a separate look and feel. You will be having so many fields are available. Nothing but a set of fields are there like as a user ID and the password and the start in. And along with that, you will be having some different options are also available here. So now, as an individual person, whenever I'm trying to be logging into my online banking, then it is giving these options to me. So now here, along with that, it is providing a pick list also that is called as start in. This is the pick list it has provided. In this pick list, observe what are the options are available. Now in this pick list, you will be having the options like your dashboard, my account, payments, transfer, investments and insurance, iWish, customer service. So now these are the various options are available when coming to this pick list field. So now pick list is nothing but a drop down. So here also, whenever you are logging into your online banking or the internet banking, then directly it can be able to jump into the dashboard option or your account also, it may be payments also, whatever. Nothing but to which page you are going to be redirecting directly whenever you are logging into your online account. Nothing but the landing URL, nothing but the landing page, nothing but which page it has to be loaded directly whenever you are logging into the internet banking by providing the user ID and the password. So now here it is providing a separate user interface to you. This is the look and feel it has provided. It is providing a separate layout. It is providing a set of fields are available like as a user ID and the password and the start in. Nothing but some set of tick list of field values also. Now this is the look and feel that we have received whenever you are trying to be logging into your ICICI Bank, which is your personal account. Let's go to the corporate account. Observe what happens. I'm using the ICICI Bank application. Now I want to log in into that corporate account. Click on corporate. Click on corporate and it will be opening a login screen for you. Now observe this one here. Do we have the same look and feel which it is displaying for the personal account or do we have any differences between this look and feel? Yeah, we have some different look and feels are available here. So now when coming to this user interface, it has provided corporate ID. This corporate ID actually is available for your personal account? No. So corporate ID is available. This is the additional field is available for the corporate account only. When coming to the user ID and the password, these are same. But when coming to my personal account, I don't have this virtual keyboard option is not available. Virtual keyboard option is not available here. So next, so whatever the look and feel it has provided, a set of different options are available. But for my personal account, we have some different options. For the corporate account, a set of different options are available. Nothing but a different page layout, nothing but a different user interface is available whenever you are logging into your personal account or it may be a corporate account also. So for that, for the personal account, a separate user interface is there, and in that a set of sub fields are available like as user ID and the password is there. When coming to this corporate account, you have an additional field is available that is corporate ID. Next, one more difference observe this one. When coming to the start in option, here you will be having so many options are there. Home page, transfers, bulk transfer, bill paying, tax payments, other services, trade online, collection, payment, e-statement. Nothing but the values available in this pick list is different from the values available in the pick list in the savings account. So nothing but whenever I'm trying to log in into my personal account, which is a savings account or it may be a salary account, there I have a different set of values are available in this pick list. But when coming to the corporate account, we have a different set of user interface, a different set of fields are there, a different set of pick list values are also available. So nothing but depends upon the user. If you are a personal user, nothing but the personal account or a salary account, then we can have a different login screen. If you are a corporate user, then you will be having a different screen. Nothing but what we are doing here, all are our customers only. But the customer may be a savings account customer, he may be a salary account customer, he may be a corporate account customer also. The thing that depends upon the customer type, we are going to be assigning a different user interface, which will be having the different set of fields, which will be having the different pick list of the value. Okay. So now here, when coming to Salesforce, I want to implement the similar kind of functionality. Like as of now, when I click on new button to create a new record in that account object, directly it is opening the page. But I don't want to open that page. I want to provide some options where the user has to select which type of account that he is going to create. Depends upon the account type he has selected, it has to provide a different user interface. So that here we can able to create different types of records in the same object itself. So now, if we want to prepare this kind of functionality in our Salesforce application, we are going to be using a feature called as a record type feature. So now when coming to the record type, what do you mean by a record type? Now we will see. When coming to the record type is used to record type is used to provide different page layout to different users with a different set of fields set of fields with a different pick list field value for different business purposes. Okay. So when coming to the record types are used to provide a different page layout to the different users with a different set of fields with a different pick list field values for the different business purposes. Whenever you are trying to log in into your personal account, it will be providing a different page layout. Nothing but a different screen is there where a set of fields are available and the pick list field values are also different. When you try to log in into your corporate account in the ICICI Bank, you are also a customer and the corporate person is also a customer. So now both are customers. But I'm dealing with the transactions like as with some thousands, but the corporate people will be dealing with the transactions of some lakhs and some crores also. That is the difference for me. So now but here I am also a customer, he is also a customer. But for that user they have given some different options also. But for myself they have given only some limited options are available. The user interface which I am getting while logging into that application is different and the person who is logging into their corporate account they are getting a different user interface and the fields in that user interface is also different from both each other and the checklist values available in that user interface is also different from each other. So that here, when coming to the record types are used to create the different type of records in the same object with a different page layout, with a different set of fields, with a different pixels values for the different purposes. Okay, clear? So now, when coming to the record type, how to create this record type? Now we will see. So now, whenever you are going to be creating the record type, you can create the record type on any of the objects. You can create record type for both standard and custom object. Whenever if you want to create the record type in an object, it may be standard object, it may be custom object. For any object, you can able to create the record type also. So now the main purpose of record type is each record type each record type is associated with the business processes. Each record type is associated with the business process. So now, for a normal savings account user, a different process will be there to log in into that. For a corporate account person, it will be having a different process in order to log in into that account. Like that here, to automate this kind of business processes, we are going to use this record type. Nothing but we can able to create the different types of records in the same object. That is, we can able to create different types of records in the same object. Okay. So now here, how can we create this record type? Now we will see. So now before creating the record type of the description. So now when coming to the record types, we have discussed about this point here. Now the record types are used to provide different page layout. Nothing but a different page layout we are providing. Nothing but for a single user, nothing but for a say, normal savings user, a separate layout will be available. For the corporate account people, a separate layout is available. So nothing but here we have the multiple user interfaces are available. User interface is nothing but in terms of Salesforce, this will be treated as a page layout. Page layout is nothing but having the visual appearance where by which the user can able to interact with our application to perform some manipulations in that application. So that here we are going to be using this page layout. So now when coming to the page layout, so now here we are going to be having the multiple record types so that we have to use the different page layout. Now how can we create this page layout? Now we will see. So now already everybody is aware of creating the record page layout. So now here when coming to the each and every object, it may be standard object, it may be custom object, Salesforce is going to be providing a page layout to you. This is a standard page layout provided by the Salesforce. If you want to create your own page layout, then we can able to create your own custom page layouts also. Not only one, we can able to maintain multiple page layouts also. Now we can make a note here. For each object, Salesforce provides a page layout. The page layout by default. And then we can also create our own page layout for the object. We can able to create our own page layouts also. Then how can we create? By cloning the existing one. By cloning the existing one. Next, for every object, how many page layouts we can have? We can have multiple also. We can have one or more page layout for an object. Okay, we can have one or more page layout for a single object itself. Not only one, we can able to have multiple page layouts also for a single object itself. So that here, by default, Salesforce is providing a standard page layout to you that we can able to utilize, or else if you want to customize that, then you can able to customize, or if you want to create your own new page layout, then we can able to create your own new page layout also. Instead of creating that page layout from the scratch itself, we can able to make the clone of the existing one, and then we can do the required changes which we want. So nothing but instead of creating a new page layout from the scratch itself, we can able to make a copy of the existing page layout and we can do the required changes whatever we want. Nothing but we are doing the cloning of the existing page layout option. So now here my requirement is, here I want to create the multiple types of records in the account object. Account object. So now I want to create two types of records. Okay, I want to create the two types of records. The first one is new customer account, and the new customer record. Okay, and the second one is existing customer record. These are the two types of records I want to provide. So now here in this page layout, nothing but for this new customer record, I want to use a separate page layout. For the existing customer record, I want to use a separate page layout. So nothing but I want to create the multiple page layouts. Then how can we make it differentiation? When I click on new, it has to provide these two record types. Nothing but new customer record, or do you want to create a new customer record, or do you want to create an existing customer record? So now there, how can we make it differentiation? When coming to the new customer record, suppose for example, let's take a sample organization. Okay, it may be any company. Whenever a new employee is joining into an organization, then the HR people are going to be performing the joining formalities where they are going to be collecting the details about that new employee, his personal details, his contact details, his education details, his past experience details, his professional details, his reference details, everything they are going to be collecting during the joining period. Once they have collected the details from that employee, then they are going to be providing all these details to the background verification team so that they can able to cross check the background verification also. Nothing but whatever the document submitted by this employee is genuine or not. So now if it is genuine, then they are going to be continuing the employment with that employee in that organization, or if they found any malfunctioning, nothing but if they found any mismatching, like if they submitted any fake documents, then they are going to be terminating that employee services from the organization itself. So for that here, they want to have a new section called as background check section for the new employees, nothing but for the new customers. So now for the existing customers, okay, for the existing customers, I don't want to perform any background verification because he is already our customer. Already we have some relation between him. So we know some details about this person. So that here I don't want to have any background verification. So now if it is a new customer, then I want to do some background verification here. So not only in this case, let's check anything. Suppose for example, I want to purchase a mobile. Suppose if you want to purchase a mobile, so many mobile organizations are going to be manufacturing the mobile products. Like Sony is manufacturing some mobile, Samsung is manufacturing some mobile, and Microsoft is manufacturing some mobile, and the Apple is manufacturing some mobile, and the Carbon is manufacturing some mobile, and then we have the Cellcom is also manufacturing some mobile, and different third party organizations are also manufacturing some mobile systems. Suppose if you want to purchase a iPhone, then do we need to have any background verification about that mobile? Nothing but do we need to check whether this mobile is having all the features or not? Not required. Because here we have the trust on that. Because here when coming to the iPhone, iPhone will be having very good features. iPhone is having very brand name in the world right now. Everybody is aware of iPhone is having the very good features so that these features are not available in any other mobile also, and the features and the look and feel and the audio and the videos and the quality, everything is very good. So everybody is aware of. So that here blindly we can able to purchase that iPhone without testing that iPhone itself. Okay, because that we have that much of trust. Suppose if you want to purchase a new company mobile, it may be a China mobile, or it may be any Cellcom mobile, or it may be any other Micromax mobile. Then first of all, we are doing some investigation. Nothing but from any of our friends are using this kind of mobile or not. If they're using that mobile, then whether it is working fine or well, they're facing any problem with that mobile, they're doing some background checking. Nothing but they're verifying, they're inquiring about that particular mobile itself. So now here, if anybody is facing some problem or if they are getting any complaints about that mobile, then we are not going to be purchasing that mobile. So like that here, when coming to a new mobile, we are going to be doing some background verification. If we know some information about that mobile, then without doing any background verification, without testing any functionality in that mobile directly, we can able to purchase blindly. So nothing but we have the trust on that organization. So for that here, we are going to be using those services here. So like the same way, when coming to my account also, I am going to be creating the different types of accounts where it may be a new customer record, it may be an existing customer record also. If it is a new customer record, for that new customer record, I want to provide a separate page layout. In that page layout, it should have a new section called as background verification section. It should have background check section. Okay, it should have the background check section. So for this one here, for the existing customer, no background check section. For the existing customer, I don't want to do any background verification, so that here I don't want to have any background verification section here. So nothing but here two page layouts I want to use. One is for the new customer, second one is for the existing customer. And for the new customer, I want to have a new section called as background check section. For the existing customer, I don't want to have that background check section here. Nothing but these are the two page layouts we have to create. So now first of all, we have to create the page layout. Create the required page layout. I want to create two page layouts. One is new customer layout. Second one is existing customer layout. These are the two page layouts I am going to create right now. Now we will see how to create this page layout. Now come to your Salesforce account. Everybody is aware of how to create the page layout. Now here on this account object, I want to create the page layout. Go to that account object. Go to the customization feature. Go to the setup. Go to the customize. Select the account. Go to the page layout. So now here it is going to be providing all the page layouts available for this account object. So now by default, Salesforce is providing four page layouts to you. One is account marketing layout for the marketing users. This is the page layout that's displaying. For the sales people, they are going to be providing a different page layout. For the support people, they are providing a different page layout. And along with that, we have a standard page layout also, that is account layout. So now what I want to do is, I want to create my own page layout with my required sections, with my required fields. Then how can we create that? Now we will see. Now go to that new, because I want to create a new page layout, so that use this new by cloning the existing one. No need to create the page layout from the scratch itself, so that we can able to create the page layout by cloning the existing one. Now I want to clone this standard page layout, and I want to make the required changes also in that page layout. Now click on new. Now it is providing the two checklist fields. The first one is here, you will be having existing page layout, nothing but which page layout you are going to making a clone. Now I want to select the account layout because this is a standard layout provided by the Salesforce. I want to make it close. So now give the name for that. Nothing but give the name for the copy of that new page layout. So now here I'm going to be using new customer layout. So now here I am using new customer layout. Nothing but here I want to create a new page layout with the name new customer layout, which I am creating by cloning the existing page layout, that is account layout. Now click on save. Now it is going to be creating a new page layout with the name new customer layout. So where you can do the required changes here. So now here I want to do some changes here. So now here I'm going to be adding a new section. This is the section I'm going to add. The section name I'm giving as background text section. Okay, background text section. This has to be displayed in the both the pages, nothing but in the detail page as well as in the edit page also it has to display, which should have the two columns so that I'm selecting the two columns. Click on OK. So now here we have the background text section is available. In this background text section, I want to check some details about that organization, like as annual revenue, that I'm placing it here. And then industry type, this is also I'm placing it here. And then I want to check that website also. Now here I have created the background where I am placing some fields like as the annual revenue field, industry field, website field also, and then I am going to be providing one more field that is called as the phone number. Okay, and then the remaining field I am going to be making it here on existing. Now I want to check that social security number also here. And the SIC code I am placing it here. Now observe this one. So now when coming to this particular new customer layout, I have added a new section called as a background text section here. In this background text section, I have placed some fields like the annual revenue, website, social security number, industry, phone, and the SIC code. So now these are the various fields that I have placed inside that background text section where it has to be displayed for the new customer itself. So that I'm creating this page layout as new customer layout. So next, so now here I'm saving that. So now this is one page layout that I have created right now. So now our page layout is available here. This is the page layout that we have created, new customer layout, which we have created right now. So now here I want to create one more page layout, which is for the existing customer. Click on new. I want to make a clone of the existing page layout. The same account page layout, I want to make it clone, and I'm giving the name as existing customer layout. Okay, I'm creating the existing customer layout by cloning the existing one. Click on save. So now in this section, in this page layout, I want to remove those some of the fields, because here I don't want to display these fields. Like as the industry field I don't want, I'm removing that. And then I am going to be removing that phone number field. I don't want that website field. I don't want that social security number field also. And I'm going to be removing those fields. Now, along with that, the address information section is not required for me. Why? Because this is an existing customer, so that here for the existing customer, I don't want this section, because here already we have some relation with this customer. We know the address details of this customer, so that this section is not required, so that I'm removing the entire section. Remove that. So now here we have only account information section, and then I have additional information section only. This description is also not required for me, because here already we have some information about this customer, so that I have removed that. Okay, now save. Now I have created two page layouts. One is the existing customer layout, second one is the new customer layout. These are the two page layouts that we have created right now. Now, this is the existing customer layout which we have created, and this is the new customer layout which we have created right now. So now these are the two page layouts we have created. So now what I want to do is, when you go to the account, when you click on new, directly it is going to be loading a page where we can able to enter the details for the new account. But now I don't want to display this particular page directly. I want to give a option to the user, select which type of account record he is going to create. So he wants to create a new customer record, or he wants to create an existing customer record. So now in this kind of scenario here, if you want to provide these options, nothing but do you want to create the different business processes, then we have to use this record type. So nothing but by using that record type, we can able to create the different page layout, we can able to display the different set of fields, different page layout, different field values also for different users. So now you can able to create multiple account records, but every account record will be having its own field, that is the record type field. So now here I want to create the record type. So nothing but which type of record that you are going to be creating in this particular object. Do you want to create a new customer record, or do you want to create an existing customer record in that account object? So now for that here I want to create the record type. How to create the record type, now we will see. Nothing but now here we are going to be creating the record type. Step 2. Create the record type. Then how can we create the record type here? To create the record type, we have the option like go to post.com quick access menu. Click on record type. Record type. It is going to be providing all the record types which are currently available, or else if you want to create a new, then click on new. Click on new button to create a new record type. Okay, to create a new record type, click on that new button. Now we will see. Go to that navigation. So before that, I want to remove this sidebar. This sidebar is available here. This is taking occupying some space. I want to remove that. Now we will see. Go to the setup. Enable collapsible sidebar. Now go to the account. You will be having the collapsible sidebar is available here. Or else you can remove that. Now, I want to create the record type. Go to the first start quick access menu. Here you will be having an option called as a view record type. It is going to be redirecting, or it is going to be allowing you to see the record types which are already defined on this particular account object. Now click on view record type. It will list out all the record types to you. Now, here they have given information. Use this page to create and maintain record types for your organization. You can display different page layouts and different pick list values based on the record type. Nothing but for each and every record type, we can able to customize what fields needs to be displayed and what field values have to be displayed in the pick list. Okay. Now, when coming to this account object, we don't have any record types right now. Now I want to create a record type. Now click on new button. So now here I want to create a record type. Now here you will be having the record type section is available here. And then existing record type, which is master, no need to select anything. Record type label, what is that record type label? I want to use new customer type. Okay, new customer type. So now here just I'm giving that new customer type. Now the active checkbox has been already selected here. Now make it enable for all the profiles. Now this enable profiles checkbox has been already selected here. Now go to the next. Go to the next. Now here it is going to be providing the layout. So now here it will be having the option which page layout you are going to display whenever you are selecting this particular record type to create a record in that account object. So now here you will be having apply one page layout to all the profiles, and the second one is apply a different page layout for each profile. Two options are available. So now I want to apply a single page layout for all the profiles. So now select the page layout which you are going to apply. So now here in this page layout, it is providing the two page layouts which we have created already, like the new customer layout and the existing customer layout. These are the two page layouts that we have created. Now it is going to be populating these two page layouts also along with the existing page layout provided by the Salesforce to you. So now this is the new customer record type I'm creating, so that this is a new customer or this is a new account that we are creating, so that it has to display the new customer layout. So that here I have created a new customer layout which has to be displayed for this particular record type. So now here I have selected this one, so automatically each and every profile will be applicable with the page layout called as new customer layout. Okay. So now save. Okay. So now we have created the new customer type. This is one record type that we have created here. And now for this one, what are the pick list values that you want to provide? Same. So now here when coming to this pick list field. So now for the new customers, I want to allow only some of the customers, some of the industries only. Assume that we are into the supporting the various customers which are belongs to the various industries. So as of now, we are giving the support to the various industry customers. Like the customers may be related to banking or finance or healthcare or manufacturing or education or engineering or whatever. Nothing but almost we are giving the support to all the industry customers. So now, while giving the support to the various industry customers, I'm facing some issues because here, in from some industry customers, we are getting very profitability. For some industry customers, I'm not getting more profit. I'm getting some loss also because here, as of now, whenever you can take any of the technology, sometime back Java and the .NET is in very demand, but now Salesforce is in very demand. Hadoop is in very demand. Sometime back SAP is in very demand, but now Salesforce, SAP is not that much of demand right now in the market. Nothing but the business is changing and the strategies are changing. Technologies are also changing here. Okay, so that here, as of now, we are giving the support to almost all the industry customers. But now I'm not getting the profit from the different industry customers. So that here, what I want to do is from now onwards, okay, from now onwards, whatever the new customer that I want to get, those customers will be only from the industry like the banking, finance, healthcare, and manufacturing. Because banking is evergreen, pharmaceutical or the chemical is evergreen, healthcare is evergreen, and after that you will be having engineering. Engineering is also evergreen, or the manufacturing also evergreen. So that here, when coming to this one here, these are the very profitability, nothing but these are the very profitable areas. So that here, from now onwards, whatever the customers that I am going to be joining into my organization, those customers should be from any of the industry, either it may be banking, or finance, or healthcare, or manufacturing, or engineering. So now from these customers or from these industries only, I want to get the new customers. But as of now, we are giving the support to almost all the industries. So now for the existing customers, I will continue. From now onwards, I don't want to accept the customers from the other industries. I want only the customers from either banking, finance, healthcare, and engineering and the manufacturing. Only these 5 industry customers I want. With the remaining industry customers, I don't want. Chemical and the biotechnology and the education, all these things I don't want because I'm not getting much profit from these businesses. So for that here, I want to get the customers from this particular banking firm. So that here, when coming to the new page layout, nothing but for the new customers, the industry pick list has to display only those 5 industry values. So that here I want to customize it. So now here pick list is available for editing. So now under that we have the industry pick list is there which I want to edit. In this industry pick list, as of now, it is showing all the values also to you. Like here, it is showing all the values to you. But I don't want to show all the values. I'm removing all this one. I want to display only some. Like banking, this is one I want. Engineering, finance, manufacturing, and the healthcare. These are the 5 industry customers I want from now onwards. The remaining industry customers I don't want because here I'm not getting much profit from the other industries. So that here I don't want to get the customers from the other banking or the other industries. So now make it straight. Okay. So nothing but here by using this record type, we can able to customize the pick list field values also. So now this is one record type I have created as of now, which is a new customer type. For the new customer record, I am going to using this new customer record type. I want to create one more record type here for the existing customer. Now go to the account object, go to the post.com quick access menu, click on view record type. In order to see the existing one, here as of now we have created one record type that is called as new customer type. I am creating a new record type. Click on new. Now specify the record type label. Existing customer type. make it active, make this record type as active, and select the page layout for the make it enable for all the profiles. Now select this enable for all the profiles, go to the next. And now here the option is to select the fixed list for the page layout which you are going to display whenever you are selecting this record type. So now here I am going to be selecting the page layout as the existing customer layout because it is an existing customer record type. So that here I am selecting the page layout as existing customer page layout and make it save. Click on save button. Now we have created two page layout, two record types as of now. One is new customer record type, second one is existing customer type. These are the two record types that we have created here. Now, so now here go to your account object now. Click on new. So now here it won't allow you to create the record directly. It is giving the option to you, like record type of new record, nothing but which type of record that you are going to create. So now here it is providing two options to you, new customer type and the existing customer type. These are the two options it is providing because here these are the two record types you have created here. Like as when you go to your banking application, like www.ICICI bank application, it is providing the login option to you, where when you click on this login, it is providing personal, NRI, youngster, and then corporate. Nothing but multiple options it is showing. Like the same way here also, when you click on this new, it is going to be providing the record type. Nothing but which type of record that you are going to create into that account object. Click on new. It is going to be providing the option to you, new customer type. Nothing but here new customer type and the existing customer type, which type of record that you are going to create. So now select this one here, the new customer type. I want to create a new customer type here. Click on continue. So now it is providing the page layout to you. Observe the look and feel, where we have account information section, we have background check information section, we have address information section. This is a new customer, so that here I want to do the background verification of the customer. So that here we have added background check section. Next we will be having the additional information section. Finally, we will be having the description information section. Nothing but all these sections are available for the new account. So now go to the second type. Go to the account. Click on new. Select the record type as existing customer record type. Click on continue. Now observe which kind of user interface it will provide to you. So now here it is also providing the user interface, where you will be having only two sections, account information section, and then you will be having additional information section. Nothing but only two sections are available. Previously, when coming to the new customer record, you will be having the different sections are there. Background check section is also there, but here we don't have any background check section because here this is an existing customer. Already some time back we have some relation with this customer. We already know this customer here, so that here I don't want to do the background verification for him because here already we are having some relation in the past, so that I want to have the trust on this customer, so that here I don't want to perform any background verification for this. So for that here we are not providing any background check section for this particular customer itself. So that we are providing The only two sections, one is the basic details I am going to capture, that is account information, second one is additional information. So this is the way that we can able to create the record type in our object in Salesforce. Clear? Any questions?
I have one doubt.
Yeah.
If we are creating different record types for different profiles also,
Mm-hmm.
say for example in a sales organization, wherein store manager will have a different page layout with different record type, and backend operations will have a different page layout. So while entering the data for the same object, so data will be different. So while analyzing the data, or making some reports from the data, or filtering the data, so data mismatch will be there, because one page layout will have different fields, wherein that field may not be having in the other page layout. So in that case, how it is? Data sanctity will be in, there, right? So how it is managed?
See, while getting the data also, whenever you are generating the reports by displaying the data of this account object, this is also one field, nothing but the record type is also one field by which we can able to group. Nothing but what are the new account record types that we have, what are the existing account record types that we have. Like this is also one of the group field by which we can able to group that information. This is also one of the grouping fields.
Okay.
Like as the type is there, when coming to the type, prospect is one type of account, customer direct is one type of account, or based on ownership also, some organizations will be the public type, private type, subsidiary type, other type. Based on that also we can able to group. Like the same way, based on the record type also we can able to group those records.
Okay, you mean to say it will be like a field wherein we can filter it.
Yes, it will be a filter. It is also like as a field.
Oh, okay, okay, sir, I understood.
Okay. So this is the way that we are going to be creating the record type in our object. Clear? Any other questions? Okay. So let's have a task. Create a record type for the position object. Everybody will be having the position object. So create a position a record type for the position object. Like whenever you are having an organization, in that organization, whenever some positions are in open, like suppose for example, I'm a project manager in that organization. So now here I'm handling some teams or I'm handling some projects also. In my project here as of now, I'm having some 10 Java developers are there. They're working for my project. Now two Java developers have been resigned because here due to some personal problems or due to some compensation problems also. Nothing but we are not able to offer that much of compensation which they're expecting. So that here those people have resigned and then they are going to be relieving from my organization by end of this month. So now here what I want to do is I want to fill up those two positions with the new candidates. So that here I want to recruit the new candidate for these two positions, which who will be having the experience in Java application development. So that as a project manager, I am not able to take care of the entire recruitment process. So for that here, I am going to be intimating to the HR team, or the talent acquisition team, or the recruitment team to recruit some candidates and Java developers for my project based on my requirement. So for that here, whatever the positions are there, that positions I want going to be placing into the position object. When coming to the position, in my organization, we are working on for both IT, nothing but information technology related support, as well as it may be nothing but the developing the new software application or giving the supporting to the existing applications also, or it may be BPO process also. Nothing but we are giving the call center support to our customers and the BPO support also, we are giving the KPO support also here. So nothing but here IT and the ITES, nothing but IT enabled services also. Nothing but IT positions are also there, non-IT positions are also there. Nothing but application development, software application development will be comes under the IT position, and the call center, BPO jobs, and the voice process, like that this will be comes under the non-IT positions jobs. So for that here, I want to create the two record type on the position object, which is going to be differentiating the record whether this position is a IT position type or it may be a non-IT position type. So that here I want to ask you to create the two record types on this position object. One is IT position type, second one is non-IT position type. Okay. Create these two record types on this position object. Clear? First one is IT position type, second one is non-IT position type. Create these two record types on this position object. Okay, this is a task for you. Create this task today. In tomorrow's session, we will see how to create the record types in the other objects. Like we have opportunity, we have lead, we have case, we have solution. So for that here, when coming to Salesforce, we have business processes. What is business process? What are the various business processes provided by the Salesforce, and how to create these business processes, and then how to associate this business process with the record types we will see in the tomorrow's session. Okay?
Hi Firoz, I'm sorry, I think I logged in late today.
Okay.
Looks like we started the session an hour early. I didn't pay attention to the timing.
Yes.